Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Coffee Talk. So, last episode we completed the game. However, it was left hanging. So, what I have done is I went through the endless mode, and first of all, I got all the recipes so that we can continue our way and just make recipes as we need them. And then there was also a mysterious man who we believe to be Neil, who gave us some hints on where we need to go to find out the true ending of the story. So I have a guide next to me pulled up, and it says we need to replay days 1, 3, 8, and 14. And we should be able to just power through them quick. So we're going to go through day 1. And we'll just skip through most of it and just try to make our way. Also, one thing I did notice is going through the gallery. A lot of the art is actually done by a person named Henry. I forget his last name, but it's a cool little Easter egg that they put a lot of people in the credits in the game. So if you want to go through last episode and try to find all of those Easter eggs, you're more than welcome. Since the person who made the art apparently is Rachel's dad. But here, you can see we went through and got all of our drinks. There's a bed chamber one, which makes people sleep more. So you probably could have used that on the times that we had to. Let's see. Okay, good. It's just running through. The times when we could have just make people sleep. And it said that it'll stop us when we get to the spot where we need to the new content. You were about to tell me about your meeting in the elevator. Oh yeah, about that. Wait, I didn't tell you that. How'd you even know? So this kind of goes back into last episode where we were kind of like a time traveler. So I was right about the Doctor Who thing. So kind of showing how we knew that there was some elevator talk in there, right? How did you know? Oh, I was just guessing. No way you could have made a guess that specific. You're being very suspicious. Maybe you have another news source. I have no comment. I knew it, but I haven't told anyone about this. Wait, was it someone who saw me entering the elevator in a hurry? You realize all you want? I won't comment on anything. Okay. I understand the importance of keeping sources confidential. So I'll pretend you never said anything. Thank you. Whew. So yeah, where were we? You're planning to do something? Yes, that. It's not that I hate writing stories for the newspaper, it's just that it's the right time for something bigger. And then we can skip through. So I'm assuming it's just gonna be small little things like that we wouldn't have known otherwise. That kind of comes in there. Anything with chocolate. Is this the chocolate ones? Yes. Let's get her a spiced lady. Or no. We can't. Oh, okay. Can we get her anything special? Not really. We'll just give her dark chocolate then. Yeah, I'm assuming it's gonna be a bunch of small stuff like that, and then things like when Freya comes in really tired, we have to make the choice to give her something we didn't give her the first time. I'm assuming that we got the first one with Gala, since we did have Galahad at the time. Something bitter to keep me awake with milk. It would have to have tea in it, right? I don't think we can make any of these, since all these require something. Or technically we can give him a latte. Or no, that's a coffee milk milk. Or, no, we could have gave him a cappuccino. So we'll make the art. What do we want to make this time? Let's try again on the this thing. I feel like it doesn't flow as well as I'd like. That's one of the reasons why it doesn't make it the way I like, you know? Let's see. I gotta think of something. We'll just do a classic. Smirking face. So we'll forward through, see if there's anything different for this day. Since we already know what all this is, it's just them talking back and forth about their relationship and the difficulties that we originally seen in the first episode. Thirsty boy. Okay, so let's see, he wants a green tea. Something. So, what's green tea latte? So, milk milk. Perfect. We'll make some art for it. To do. You know, I feel like in real life people like go like really fast, and that's how they get kind of that leaf pattern. But with just the way the game works, I can't go that fast. Otherwise, it kind of gets spotty. And that's just something I noticed while playing with the coffee art. But it looks like that will be our first day. And then we can load into day 3. Since we have day 1 done, now we can go to day 3. So I'll load it into day 1, day 2, day 3. And then yes, we'll go into there. So yeah, it'll be a little bit different from before. I think this is the day that we met Myrtle and Neil. Yeah. What does she want? Honey milk. Let's see. I don't think we want to give her a bed chamber. We can't give her Milky Way. We can give her this one though. I think she does request this later in the day. Or later in the game. The STMJ. Does she like it? She does. So we're gonna go search for the thing that we need to find. Oh, it's Hendry. Or no, not Hendry, Rachel. Milk milk. So this episode's obviously going to be a lot different from what we've been doing with Coffee Talk. However, I just want to find the true ending and then kind of show it to everyone. Usual is coffee. Since I know a lot of people, or this is a really good story, and some people would want to see the differences in the true ending, if we can. So we're just skipping through, trying to find what's different. It should tell us. So I apologize if it's a little boring compared to our other episodes with all the commentary and voice acting. Green tea lemon, or whoops, green tea lemon. There we go. rushing through. Should be, hopefully it should be soon. So I'm pretty sure this is towards the end of the... Actually, do we still have all of our... Okay, we don't have all of our stories still. Hang on. Hopefully we didn't bug it somehow. Oh yeah. While we're waiting... Oh, just when I was going to say something. I agree with Officer Georgie. You don't need to make a snap decision. I'm sure you and Mr. Hendry will find some common ground together. Huh? Oh. Why are you all looking at me like that? How did you know that's my father's name? Ah. Oh no. What was that? Nothing. Dad's visited this place before. I can't say anything about that. You were just saying something, weren't you, Officer Georgie, right? Well, I was. I wanted to talk more about your problems, but now I recommend you go home. What? It's really late. Oh, does he think I'm creeping on her? Oh god. Okay. Stalking the cat girl. Okay. That's what we're doing apparently. So I think that was the change for today. And then we can go over to day 8. I would suggest going through the entire game again, but most of the days would be exactly the same, since every day would be exactly the same until we got to day 8. So we'd be going through 4, 5, 6, and 7, and they would all be exactly the same, which I don't think anyone wants. So looks like we're going to hang out with Hyde, Gala, Freya, obviously, and Neil. Today. And we're just going to start our day and fast forward it. Okay, so he wants Gala head. So that's going to be tea, milk, and ginger. Try this. Thank you. Thank you! Just what I needed. What about you, Mr. Hyde? Would you like to order anything else? I'm good for now. I couldn't help but overhearing both. Let's just get going. I was hoping he was going to say something for actually finding Galahad. Okay, so he wants a tea-based drink that is warm and cool at the same time. So let's see. It needs to be tea-based. Let's see what brings coolness. Warm and cool. So it's gotta have like cinnamon and lemon or something like that. Let's get him a Russian tea maybe? I don't think... Yeah, that won't do it. So let's get him a Russian tea. And I messed it up instantly. So lemon and cinnamon. It's a little bitter, but I think it'll work for what he wants. What's your order? Perfect. Anyway, let's look for where the difference is. That they find out that I'm a time traveling 12th Doctor, I think, or I'm going to be honest, I don't watch Doctor Who, so I don't know what Doctor we're on. Okay, so catching up on the story with Mr. Hyde, then Neil comes in. Okay, here we go. Good evening. It's nice to see you again, Neil. We are also glad to see you, barista. Although we do not think we have told you about the name we use on Earth. Again? It's just that, you know, Kind of reminding me of our first man on the moon. Oh, really? We have chosen the right name then, because that was where our name came from. This has happened 3 times now. You are really hiding something, huh? What are you talking about? Oh well. Is that your real name? Oh. Oh, of course not. Due to the nature of our communication, we do not really need trivial things like names to interact. But from what we have learned here, it seems like the name Neil has had a lot of association with Earthlings' efforts in intergalactic exploration. And we will just continue from there. Surprise us? I know what he wants, actually. Because there is a milk-based drink called Milky Way. So we'll give milk, honey, and mint. And I believe that this is the one that he actually likes. So we'll give that to him. Let's see, I hope I got this right. Thank you. What the? Interesting. Before you ask, yes, that's how they drink. This. He's turning red. Is that good? What is this? We have never been able to taste anything in our life. But this is a breakthrough. We have to report immediately. Done. Thank you so much for all our kind. You are one interesting person. Thank you. That was a compliment, yes? Normally, yes. And we'll continue to skip through. But we believe it is alright to share it with you tonight. Thanks to this eye-opening drink from the barista. I owe you the story. So why? Everyone, including you and us and everyone else, is tasked to keep the balance of the universe, but sometimes it is hard for some civilizations to maintain balance by themselves, because unknown threats are beyond each civilization's power can appear. But as that is where we came in. I don't see the relationship between that and impregnating us. Why then, Sancho? Hey, you came here to give seeds. So a half breed of your kind can be born on Earth. That is correct. The half breeds will be half Earthling and half whatever you are. Yes. Assuming that you have some powers that we can't comprehend, you are trying to make sure Earth will have its own protector. That is 100% correct. Holy shit. You're trying to give us a superhero? That is what our people will call protector. Why have you gone through all the hassle? It sounds like a lot of work. Why can't you just explain this to someone? I'm sure a lot of women wouldn't mind giving birth to a superhero. Sadly, it's not that simple. The future protector has to be someone that loves this planet more than anything. They have to be born out of love, which we have learned is a very complicated feeling on Earth. We have made it easier back home due to the nature of our communication. We understand everyone deeply by default, so everyone on our planet loves each other from the moment they are born. That sounds beautiful. Very creepy. Why? It sounds like your planet is a giant spherical orgy. That is a badly chosen word, but is roughly similar to the truth. Oh my. If what you say is true, shouldn't we help them get laid with love? Guidance is all we need. Otherwise, we might be responsible for the birth of a super evil person instead. Well, how's the mission so far? We cannot say it is going well. And let's continue on. I'm assuming that's the last one for today. Probably. And just keep moving on along. I wonder what day Freya came in. Because I wonder what happens if we give her the bed chamber, which is a drink that makes people tired. But that's not really part of what we're doing. Maybe we'll stop by if I can remember what day it is. I do not remember what day it was that she came along. Super tired. This was this one. Oh. He doesn't even take my drink, so I don't care. And then we got to go to day 14, which would have been the last day. So we're going to... So this should give us a true ending for us to look through. And then we can see how the game actually ends. So, 2 weeks later. We have changed very little in our timeline. And the news looks the same. We have all of our friends still here. Oh, someone... It's probably... How do we get all that? Well, I'll figure it out later. Wait, what? Okay. That's actually kind of cool. I wonder how we get hide all the way up. But, hello! You're finally here. Hey, all. Hey, yo. Like, hi, Freya. Oh, yeah, we got him. Just surprisingly, they liked it. That's amazing. I know, right? I couldn't believe it either. They told me if the book sells well, they'll definitely sign me for a second book. I'm so happy for you. Anyway, so it looks like in this timeline, now that we did a couple things differently, Freya's book is doing well. Opposed to last time when it didn't sell quite as well. So, we're just gonna... I'm assuming at the end is what we really want. When Neil comes in without his form. But what I'm assuming is Neil was talking about a half-breed of his kind. And I'm assuming he's talking about us, which is how we're able to go through time. By the way, I haven't seen your final draft. May I read it? Sure. I brought an extra copy. Let's see. The main character is a time traveler? Subtly. I mention it just enough to raise suspicion? Where did you get the inspiration for the character? You know the answer. Would I? Either you're smart enough to get what I mean, or you already know what my answer is. I don't think about it too much. Don't think about it too much. It's only a story. Anyway. Let's look for her. Okay. So she's given a slight nod to what we are. Lua visits the place more often now that they live nearby. The last time they came, they were talking about catering and venues. So they're getting married, it seems like. Hyde returned from his trip to Korea and brought special gifts, some more special than others. He said he's considering moving back to Seattle if his agency allows it. Akira continues her work with the university. And she's still working on small indie games, and the difference is she's not alone now. Neil, as always, floating in space. The only news... Okay, breeding mission from the 2 postcards. Rachel's back at the recording studio, preparing her first solo album. She found a new manager, which is Hendry. Good. And I'm assuming this last one will change a little bit, because it seems like she's... And finally, Freya. She finished her book, and getting published and having some signing sessions. It was a massive success and sold out even after the printings might have been adapted. That one was a little quick, but We just got an achievement for getting all the artwork in the gallery, which means we're further along. And then I'm assuming once, or can I? Okay, we can skip. And then I'm assuming this is the last piece. So she found out, huh? Clever as usual. We just got an achievement for finding the secret behind the barista. So, and sometimes yeah. But I have to ask you this. Why? Why what? Why do all this? Opening the cafe, connecting people. I just want to make sure things go all right. Besides, yeah, I I I also have to make sure that I'll exist on Earth. That's one hell of an important task indeed. It is. Is okay. Well, it seems like that is the hidden ending. So it seems like our suspicion behind what we are actually was correct in that we're kind of like a Doctor Who, I'm guessing. So, without any further ado or dawdling, that's a wrap for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I hope all of you have enjoyed Coffee Talk as much as I have. I know my girlfriend has enjoyed watching it along with you, since she watches all these videos, and she's been very entertained by this series. And I hope that we can continue that with Coffee Talk too. And as always, please drop a comment and tell me about your day or what you thought about the game. Check out the game out on Steam or whatever platform you choose to play on. I want to say that there's a mobile port, but don't quote me on that. I can check it real quick. But if you want to play it and support the developers, there's not a coffee port or a mobile port for Coffee Talk. But either way, if you have a way to play it, I strongly suggest it, since, as many of you have seen, it is a very good game and quite entertaining. And please drop a like button and subscribe so we can continue on to another series, or continuing this series, and so you don't miss out on any of our other content. Check the playlist if you want to see any other series that we have done. And until the next one, bene vale, everyone. Have a great day.